That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't.
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the rep. Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry, you've got 2 super...
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that they disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the... right, but unfortunately, as...
So you'd like us to investigate...
Exactly, you're right, Anamora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of...
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind...
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get it.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish?
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good... Yes, you're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy... The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we were...
A child eating water imp?
My father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman, while my mother said even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, and once it finds a child, it uses its alluring...
Sounds kinda scary.
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real life... Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say...
So you mean someone really got...
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced. Is it really so shocking that an island so
why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling...
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't...
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look, there's some footprints over there. These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and... Wait! Did you hear something just now? What is that?
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this.
Freminet!
Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a what?
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say?
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you...
No. I think our situations are Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop. Following her request...
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after...
Yeah, but, she made a special request. It's alright, though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're too...
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're...
The fish? These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. So, all that about the disappear...
So that's how it was? That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes, I think that's quite like...
Whew. So in the end, it was just Freminet. Paimon spent all the...
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've... Thank you.
Actually, how much work do you still have left, Freminet?
Thanks for offering.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your
But... don't you need to report...
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioners. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they just immediately hand us a... Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back...
Is that what you'd like to... Huh. Alright, I'll trust your... I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon give it a try. Hey, Thelxie! Are you there? So that's Freminet's version of Thelxie.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town... it's not really in...
Hey, Thelxie! Nice to meet you!
I wanted to install a language output module, but as it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into...
No need to get so technical!
No. I have two other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration.
That doesn't sound...
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie...
A weapon? Well...
Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward.
What an imaginative employer! Naming...
Well, regardless of his role or species...
Whoa! Thelxie just said something again!
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately...
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for...
Sounds good. The motherboard... Here we go. I have this testing manual. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. Okay. You're doing well.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just... Oh, speaking of which, you're both already... Okay, that's good. Just... Should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. These should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Freminet, you're back.
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estrée. I must have kept you.
There's no rush. I'm your employer.
They're two of my trust.
Yes, I see. I suppose...
It's really nice to meet you, Madame d'Estrée.
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both...
Oh, do you really think...
Of course. If my child had friends like you...
Obsessed with the...
So you don't know anything about my request?
Well, Freminet told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want...
I see. So Monsieur Freminet is even more discreet than I had thought. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on...
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things.
What a lovely little fairy. Then, simply put, parents came up with a story. Painting water imps as scary...
Infatuated?
Yes. He told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood.
So he wanted to become friends with the water imp, so...
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always... It's a type of mental disorder.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder...
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find it.
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son. But since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good...
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply...
Then what does he see?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've come...
Amazing! Your son...
But perhaps no beautiful dream can...
could the story end like this?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest.
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination.
Perhaps in his mind.
What? So that's what...
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world. But since the disorder progressed...
Ah! So Zuria's-san also saw Thelxie as a pet.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Freminet...
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have... But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now.
There are some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already...
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of,
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance.
So we'll be playing it straight? Or, making...
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since the...
That's great news. I must thank you. All right, everyone.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic...
let's discuss that over by the
What is it, Freminet?
This is the first time that you've met anyone with... If things don't quite turn out as we wish...
Freminet, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just...
It's not that I'm not optimistic.
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had... They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, and from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive...
What? It could get that serious?
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So...
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen...
Really?
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this, after all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as...
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harp, but if we can help him regain control and just...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now.
Well, maybe because I have also had many of my own dreams in the past.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Hey, why did you put that?
It's just... Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place, and Pear is the town's
Pear? But didn't you make Pear...
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me.
Freminet.
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between... It might just be hidden, which is why...
Specific times?
Yeah.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your...
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet.
Really? Like a mirror?
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thelxie's weapon?
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. Thanks for all of your help.